Let's go.
Jason, how do you describe what you got from tonight's bench? Obviously, B. Will lead the charge, and then Dwight.
Yeah, I thought B. Will was great in his 22 minutes. He being able to attack, score, and I thought he competed on the defensive end too. DP, the chance for MVP. Just again, true pro, always being ready. We have some injuries. He steps in, and I don't know when the last time he got to the free throw 12 times. But I thought he took full advantage of his 29 minutes. And then I thought D'Lo was, again, good for us off the bench. Some small victories. I thought Caleb was really good for us, too, defensively, and then being able to knock down those corner. Someone told me one of them was a foot on the line, but those corner threes. But I thought his energy was really good. And then Najee, again, defensively. In the stats, it won't show up, but he competed, at a high level on both ends for us tonight. Playmaking, I think we talked about the corners. We found the corners tonight. And so, again, I thought the group did a really good job.
You mentioned the injuries. Just what can you share with us about Anthony Davis's?
Left lower leg soreness. He tried to return. Didn't want to take any chances. So we'll see how he feels going forward.
You said in preseason that Brandon Williams was like the perfect example of being ready. How did he show that again tonight?
Yeah, I think, going to the funeral and everything else that's going on, again, being a pro, he came out and played at a very high level for us. We've missed him, playing. Coming out of camp, he was a little banged up. And so just, again, his speed and his ability to get to the rim is something that we haven't had here of late. And I thought he did that at a very high level.
Coach, wanted to ask about Clay, just with his struggles right now. What's kind of been your message to him through this shooting slump he's going through?
Yeah, he's got to keep shooting. He's a shooter. He's been in this league for a long time. So for him, it's to continue to take those looks. He's getting great looks. They're just not going down for him right now. Thanks.
All right, we're confirming Dwight will be in here. We're confirming if we can bring B. Will here as locker, and then probably Coop as well, guys. So I came here. Thank you. All right. Go ahead with questions for Coop.
How'd you try to impact the game personally when AD went down in the first quarter?
I think for us it was just about staying consistent. A great play like that, he leaves. Obviously the team's down a man, but I think it's about just coming together. Playing the same way we wanted to play, following the game plan. Obviously we had to play a little different. PJ playing a little bit at the 5. DP came in, it was huge for us tonight. Actually, he was really good, and that's just what DP does. He's just so consistent. So, that was huge for us. But I think it was just about staying consistent.
You had 7 points during a 3-minute stretch there late in the game to put you guys up by 10. Could you describe what was going on with you at that time?
I think kind of like I said, just staying consistent, just not, getting anxious, not, worrying about scoring or anything like that, but just making the right play. I found Caleb late in the game, had a couple other passes, just, getting guys easy shots. So I think it's just about making the right plays, and when you play the right way, sometimes it's going to be, scoring and taking the easy look. So I think it's about being consistent, staying with it, not getting shaken up, but yeah, just staying with it.
Brandon, you guys tonight?
Yeah, B. Will was huge. I think he showcased what, he's capable of doing. We all knew that all along. He's been great all summer long, all training camp, just impacting the game at a high level. Using his speed, his quickness, his agility to get downhill and make plays. So I think that was just on full display, and he really looked like himself out there.
Cooper, you hit with the too small after the turnaround hook shot. Just were you having so much fun? Is that going to be kind of a part of your game when you're in your rhythm?
Yeah, I think it's just about having fun, and that's something that I'm trying to, keep with me all through everything, and that's something that the older guys have been talking about. Clay, especially, has talked about that a lot. Just playing with a lot of joy. So just trying to have fun, find little moments, trying to enjoy the game as much as you can. Because at the end of the day, it's a game, and it's supposed to be fun. So just trying to enjoy it to the best of my ability.
Growing up, was there a trash talker in the league that you kind of always liked watching?
Not really. I feel like it's a little different watching. On TV you don't see as much of it, and you can't really hear what's being said most of the time. But I don't really have an answer for that.
The crowd was they did shouted out Flagg during the national anthem. Did you notice that in the first game? Did it surprise you at all or anything like that?
The first time it surprised me, and I didn't even really realize what had happened, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, the fans have been amazing for us. Ever since the first 5 games, obviously being at home, they've been, they showed up and been there, been great. So, we got to keep giving them things to be excited for and cheer for. So, yeah.
Well, you play in a different position than you played in college. What did you learn about yourself during these first 5 games?
It's an adjustment. It's different, but all around, the game is just so different. So it's just about, learning, adapting, and just figuring out different ways to impact the game in different spots. But, at the end of the day, it's the same game, the same player. So I got to find ways to just continue to, be myself out there no matter what position I'm playing.
Dwight has been in Dallas for obviously over a decade, and he talked a little bit about just win and all of that stuff. But I wanted to see, with Dwight being one of your vets, is there anything that he's taught you, or are there any little conversations y'all have had that have really stuck out to you that have shown how much of a leader he is on and off the court?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with DP isn't as much of what he says. It's more just his actions. I don't think I've ever seen somebody that lifts more than him, and just showing that hard work. He's in the weight room every single day. He's always early to practice. He's always there getting shots in the weight room, getting his treatment. So he really just leads by example. Of just showing, the younger guys the right way to do things. And, he just carries himself at such a professional level. Like, he's just such a pro. That's why he's been around here for so long. It's just he carries himself the right way, does the right things, is a great teammate all the time, no matter when his number's called or not. So, that's just Dwight Powell. He's just a true professional.
Cooper, we see, you as the basketball player, but you're in a new city. This is a whole new thing for you. Just how's the adjustment been to Dallas so far?
It's been great. The city's amazing. It's beautiful. The weather's been amazing. The golf is great. All those things. So I've been adapting, I think pretty well. My family's been around a bunch. So that's been really good for me to just, get adapted, having familiar faces around and a bunch of family. So it's been good.
What's your average golf score?
I don't keep a handicap. I haven't been able to play too much, but anytime that I break 90, I'm really happy, but, low 90s is, I'm like, okay, I play solid today.
You guys have been in a few close games throughout this whole stretch. Just how comfortable are you getting in the clutch games?
Yeah, I think it's going to be big for us moving forward just to continue to learn, going through, late game situations with, the guys on your team is big, just to have that experience. So, I think we've learned a little bit from it already. Even tonight, we had a lot we could have learned from, closing that game out. They had a great chance to tie it up and send it to OT with the missed free throw. So I think, So, I think even actually they would have won it. So I think, it's just a lot we can learn from, look back at it, and we just got to get better. So, yeah.
You ever been to Mexico City, and what are your thoughts on playing Detroit over there?
I've never been to Mexico City. I've been to Cancun one time for a vacation, but other than that, never been to Mexico. So I'm excited. I've heard it's really beautiful, and looking forward to Detroit's a really good team, so it should be a really competitive, high-level game.
From a team perspective, just what are some takeaways you have from this homestand?
I think we have a baseline now, and I think we have something to work from and grow from. I think there's a lot we can look at and, obviously point to and say, we need to get better in a lot of different areas. But, we have our baseline now. So, we know the steps we need to take moving forward. And I think that if we can dial into certain areas and kind of perfect certain things and, come together as a team and figure it out, I think we have a good chance.
Thanks, Cooper.
All right, guys. Go ahead with questions for Dwight, guys.
Right, when was the last time you had MVP chance?
And that might be the first time.
Was it?
Yes.
What was that like for you?
I just was trying to focus on making the free throws at the end of the day. A little confusing at first, but just locking in trying to make the free throws.
Dwight, can you just speak to the way the team came together after AD left in the first quarter? You guys came together and played a good game there.
Yeah, it's always tough. When one of your main guys or anybody goes down, we want to make sure he's all right and he's on our mind. But at the end of the day, we got to step up whoever's number's called and find a way to compete and stick to the game plan. So fortunately, we had a bunch of guys step up tonight.
Dwight, the Pacers start their season 0-4 for the first time since 1988. I know it's a much different team than the one competed in the NBA Finals, but what kind of a statement is it to kind of put this into the season so far with somebody that was just in the finals not too long ago?
Yeah, I mean, every season presents a whole different set of situations, and I think we obviously respect them a lot. So we came out and stuck to our game plan, and there's a lot of things that we need to continue to improve on that we're looking to shore up, and I think we'll have a lot of things to learn from this film and all the games that we played so far. So we have a lot of room for improvement. I think we're gonna try and focus on that.
Right, how did Brandon Williams help you guys tonight?
He was amazing. He came in ready to go, leaded us offensively and defensively, brought energy, moved the pace of the game, and gave us a huge spark. So, which is what he does. There's no surprise there, but for him to be able to hit the floor running and step up when his number was called is huge for us.
What are you seeing, generally on the offensive end with the Mavericks 5 games in?
What do you mean?
Jason talked a lot about in training camp. Hey, we're putting in new concepts offensively. Where do you think you guys are in terms, compared to where you want to be offensively as a team?
Yeah, I mean we're early in the season and we haven't performed to the level that we would like to. So there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. But I think we're headed in the right direction. I think we have the right intentions in mind in terms of helping each other out and creating opportunities for one another, both offensively and defensively, and supporting one another and staying together, which I think is huge. I think through the ups and downs, if we can stick together, we'll continue to learn and continue to grow as a team, and the winning will come. So I think, in terms of where we are, there's definitely room for improvement, but I think we're headed in the right direction.
Dwight, we saw it in the preseason, but you always stay ready. You always have in your career. What do these opportunities mean to you when you get to get out there and really make the most of it?
For me, the biggest thing is winning and finding ways to contribute to winning, whether that's on or off the floor, whether that's game night or practice day or whatever it may be. So it's been my routine to stay ready, and I try to help where I can and be ready for when my number's called.
With you being a veteran here, you've seen your fair share of rookies come through Dallas. I think Cooper Flagg shares a pretty similar mindset to you when it comes to winning. Overall, what have you seen from Cooper with y'all's time together and his focus and drive to just focus on winning and do whatever it takes to win?
Yeah, Cooper he's a competitor, by blood. I think he obviously loves the game of basketball, but he's a competitor, and he expresses that through the game. So he loves the craft, and he's a hard worker, which is the most exciting to see. Someone with his skill set and his mentality of wanting to win, being a competitor and working hard, and the fact that he's a teenager. So the sky's literally the limit for him, and I'm really excited for his near future as well as his distant future, and looking forward to being a part of a lot of wins with him.
And how does D'Lo help the team's offense flow?
D'Lo's great. I mean, he's a consummate professional. He can read the game, and he can alter the pace in a lot of different ways and find guys, which is important. And offensively, he's a huge threat, which creates opportunities for everyone else.
As you guys look forward, you're going to be Mexico City.
Sorry.
As you guys look forward, you're going to be playing Pistons in Mexico City. Just what are you looking forward to most about that game and just the opportunity to compete road for the first time?
It's a little bit of a rare scenario for your first road game to be out of country, but I think that's a great way for us to continue to build our chemistry and our togetherness. So looking forward to it for sure. We've played there before. I've played there before, and it's always a huge show out. Extremely energetic crowd that they love the game there, and I'm excited to compete for them.
We're gonna have
You like blocking yourself.
That's what I'm saying. You can see.
We're gonna have Coop in the room as well, and then tier 1 can go up to locker.
Thanks, Alan.
I thought it was me. He wanted me to. I think it was your phone.